Hello, this is Irvin coming to you from Resilience Occupational Therapy, and I want to talk about waking up in the middle of the night. Now, it's not uncommon to wake up between like 2 and 3 a.m. and have trouble going back to sleep. Actually, it's not uncommon to wake up between 2 and 3 a.m. regardless. It's actually the way our sleep cycles work. That's a point in the night when we often temporarily wake up, and it has to do with our heart rate has been dropping for most of the night and our body temperature has been dropping, and then we start to warm up at about that point, and that can cause a brief wake up. So a brief wake up is not a problem because often we don't even remember it. It's when we wake fully up and we have trouble going back to sleep. So a few things that I think can be useful for that. One is try not to look at the clock. Hard to do, and we want to make those calculations, but that just can get us anxious and sort of snap us into the reality of keeping track of time and everything. So if you can not look at the clock when you wake up in the middle of the night briefly, that would be ideal. Another is trying not to get up. If you don't have to get up to go pee, if you're actually like, oh, I might as well go pee, then it's gonna wake you up more. If you have water by your bedside instead of having to go get water, and if it's room temperature versus cold water, that might help calm you down more. But don't drink water if you're not actually thirsty. You don't need to get up at that point because the sleep there is important. Another thing is breathing in a particular way to help bring the heart rate back down. You want to actually bring the heart rate, ideally, I've heard under 60 beats per minute. For me, I tend to have a higher heart rate in general. I'm not sure it's going that low. But in any case, it's called the 4-7-8 breathing, and none of this should be forced. You breathe in for 4 seconds, non-forced, gentle breath in, and then you hold your breath for a count of 7. And then you exhale for a count of 8. Some people say it's best to breathe in through your nose, and then obviously you're holding your breath, and then out through your mouth. You could either do that or breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. There's some good arguments why breathing in through your mouth is not the best idea there. But doing that a few times can start to really rest your body and help you settle in. Now, it's important not to stress too much about the fact that you woke up and can't go back to sleep. Actually, laying there for an hour and just resting, you do get some deep healing, rejuvenated rest for about an hour, even if you're awake. As long as it's a constructive rest, you can just sort of lay there and rest in bed, and it's not like, oh no, I'm not logging my sleep, I might as well get up and do work. You are being useful there, and you might actually go back to sleep anyway. Even if you don't go back to sleep, take that additional hour, and if you're not looking at the clock, you won't know it's a full hour, of course, to rest. So again, some of those recommendations: don't look at the clock, don't get up if you don't have to, try the 4-7-8 breathing, and if you're having trouble going back to sleep and you just want to lay there for about an hour, that's helpful too. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you liked that, you can like the video, leave a comment if you have any suggested other videos or things you feel like I missed or things that I'm completely off base on. I'd like to hear all of that. I hope you sleep well and can stay asleep. Take care.